on a new bill before
Okay,
Congress
pay attention.
would
We'll
require
talk in a second.
young women for the first time to register for the draft, just like young men. ABC's Mary Alice Parks is on Capitol Hill this morning with the latest on this legislation. Good morning, Mary Alice.
Good morning, Eva. Yeah, this is interesting and would be a first. Now, it's been nearly 50
It's
years
disgusting.
since the government has actually inducted someone into the military through the draft, but still, young men have to register after they turn 18, and now Congress is again talking about whether women should have to, too. Capitol Hill poised to make history. The Senate Armed Services Committee advancing a bill that, if signed into law, would require young women for the first time to register for the draft at 18, just like their dads and brothers. Ashlyn.
All right, so check this out. I don't normally get into this whole gender ideology stuff on here because I don't want my stuff taken down if I don't go with the narrative or go with the agenda. But this shit is absolutely fucking disgusting. Do you know why they're gonna force women into the draft? Is because they have spent billions of dollars demasculating traditional men and making men feel like women so there aren't enough manly men to protect our country anymore. Do you understand that? It's not about equal rights. It's now that women are gonna be forced to go to war. It's disgusting. Let's keep watching.
Ashlyn Carroll, an ROTC student from Tulane, telling us she welcomes the news.
It caught me off guard. I think that it definitely levels the playing field and it sets a precedent that shows that women are equal in the armed forces.
The bill, as written, would increase parental leave for servicemen and women and establish a basic needs allowance, which advocates say could help fight hunger and food insecurity among members of the military. Today, women serve at nearly every level of the military. The last time the government...
All right, so now, like what I said, it's not about equality or whether women can do the job of what military entitles. It's the fact that they're going to force all women to do so. Sure, women who have the motivation to be in the military could do the job very well. That is accurate. But the fact that they're going to force all women, like they force all men, to join the draft is wrong. It's because there's not enough men who act like men to be soldiers.
Women
Keep
serve
listening.
at nearly every level of the military. The last time the government actually drafted a non-voluntary civilian into the armed services was back in 1973 during the Vietnam War. Last year, then candidate Joe Biden sang a draft is not needed now, but that he would, quote, ensure that women are also eligible to register for the selective service system so that men and women are treated equally in the event of future conflicts. On the National Mall, some worried faces, but many women and men conceding the idea felt fair.
We are living in the 21st century where men and women are to be considered equal, then we have to be considered equal on all fronts.
If it was a draft that included young men and young women, that seems appropriate and fair.
I think that's fair.
Okay, now first of all, you have to realize when you've looked at that video, who was the one producing it? Was the mainstream media. So if they're pushing this agenda on you, of course they're going to show only civilians who agree with it, so more people think that it's an agreeable issue. It's disgusting. Let's keep watching. Keep watching.
But not everyone is on board with the idea of adding women to the draft. Republican Senator Josh Hawley writing, compelling women to fight our wars is wrong.
Now, do you know who that individual that they only quoted? They didn't show him verbally saying anything. Yeah, he's in Congress and he says lots of controversial things against the agenda. So, of course, they're just going to throw whatever he said out of context just to make it so it seemed like one person disagreed. But it's really, really scary. The fact is that there are an agenda. There's lots of things happening on planet Earth to align with the agenda of all the world leaders, which is to have a one world government and turn us all into slaves. Now listen, we haven't ever needed women to join the military or draft because there was once a time where we were proud of our country, where all of the men were proud to defend what we had. But those men are being attacked. The traditional man is being attacked. Masculinity is being attacked. So there's not enough men that want to even join the military. That if we were to go to war, how would we able to ever do anything? It's because there's not enough men that could join, because most of them confused whether they are a woman or a man. And then there's not enough men who want to even defend this because of the way that the country is gone. Look at this administration. Look what they're doing to our country. Every single city in America is getting slowly over time just crappier and crappier. No roads are being paved with our tax dollars. No buildings are being restored. We're not working on any type of energy. Gas prices are throughout the roof, but we can spend billions of dollars from some other country. Our borders are open. It's crazy. Pay attention. Use your mind and do your own research. Don't believe the things that you see.